They'll start on the ground here on first down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. And first down there on a pickup at 25.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Vikings sit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
To throw on 2nd down, Simmons. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw, Simmons. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Back to throw. Simmons. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Peyton. He finds his man, complete. That's Schmidt.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Peyton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schmidt. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than 1 man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them.
Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Vikings 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Simmons. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now left side on the swing pass. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Looking to throw. Simmons to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Simmons. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this one is right down the middle, and that'll bring them back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on 3rd down, Peyton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Peyton. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Back to throw. Simmons. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Simmons. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Down right around the 25.
Tackled at the 21-yard line. A gain of only a yard.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Simmons. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Brings up second and goal at the Bears' 8-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Simmons. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will wind up a loss on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got room. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
And the tight end goes in motion left. The tight end in motion right. On third down, Peyton looking left side. He's got it, complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. On fourth down, Peyton buying time to his left. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on fourth down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes. And you did too.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He's got a man, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Let's go now.
On first and 10, Simmons. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the defense offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Chicago, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.
keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees and the